Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. My name is ASAD YAQUB and I am from Lahore, Pakistan. I teach IELTS here. Well guys, once again I welcome you to my last video on academic IELTS reading of this series. Okay, then we are going to record another series and another series. The question type which I'm going to help you with today, that is true, false, not given in section 3. See, true, false, not given in section 1, that is somewhat easier than section 3. So now we are going to see how to read the questions, how to scan the passage for the relevant information, and then how to decide whether the statement is true, false or not given. If you guys like my videos, I just make a request to share my videos with others because sharing is caring. So please share this video so that you are my representative because you share my videos. So we are going to start with true, false, not given. Without any further delay, let's go down to the book and we are going to solve this test together. Okay guys, now the last 4 questions and true, false, not given, this is the height of difficulty. By the way, I mean the last questions and true, false, not given, time is running out, 4 or 5 minutes left and you got to do this. Anyways, 37, consumers prefer, by the way, you know the good thing is the options are short. I mean the statements are short. Consumers prefer theme parks which avoid serious issues. Now, if consumers prefer theme parks which avoid serious issues, then it's true. If they prefer theme parks which have serious issues, then it is false. Otherwise, it is not given. Okay, now we got to see consumers, theme parks and all that. So we read about theme parks over here because now I'm quite familiar with this passage, but then they did not mention it. And after that, if we go on, yeah, we've got this paragraph about theme parks. Now we have to see consumers actually prefer theme parks which avoid serious issues. Theme parks are undergoing other changes too, as they try to present more serious social and cultural issues. They try to present more serious social and cultural issues and move away from fantasy. This development is a response to market force, means people demand it. Now they say consumers prefer theme parks which avoid serious issues, and they say here theme parks are undergoing other changes too as they try to present more serious issues, and this development is a response to market force. And what is that market force? That market force is consumers. So consumers prefer theme parks which avoid. No, they prefer theme parks which have. Okay, so that is why the answer to question number 37 is false. Got it? Just because of this avoid. If they say consumers prefer theme parks which have serious issues, true. Just because of this word avoid, it has become false. Clear? Alright. Now let's go on. Question number 38. More people visit museums than theme parks. Now if more people visit museums than theme parks, then it is true. If they visit theme parks than museums, then it is false. Otherwise, not given. So now we got to find museums and theme parks together. So they are talking about theme parks here and market force. Yeah, museum is also here. Now got to see this development is a response to market force, and although museums and heritage sites have a special, rather distinct role to fulfill, they are also operating in a very competitive environment where visitors make choices on how and where to spend their free time. Okay, heritage and museum experts do not. Now they are talking about experience and all that experts, but they did not say anything that more people visit museum than theme park, because they are talking about museum and theme park here. Theme parks are this development is a response to this. Heritage sites have a special, rather distinct role to fulfill. They are also operating in a very competitive environment where visitors make choices, but they did not mention anything about that. That is why Question number 38, more people visit museums than theme parks. This is not given. Okay, now I read about this thing, Leiden. The boundaries of Leiden have changed little. This is important. If they have changed little since the 17th century, then it is true. If they have changed a lot, then it is false, and otherwise it is not given. Now we need to find Leiden. I saw Leiden somewhere. Leiden, 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 Leiden. Yeah, here. Okay, now we got to read about the boundaries of, yeah, it starts from here. In a town like Leiden, we need to read about boundaries. In Holland, which in the 17th century, yeah, they said 17th century, was occupied by approximately the same number of inhabitants as today, people lived within the walled town, an area more than 5 times smaller than modern Leiden. Now basically we got to see this thing. The boundaries of Leiden have changed little since the 17th century. The boundaries of Leiden have changed little since the 17th century. What do they say here? Okay, in a town like Leiden in Holland, which in the 17th century was occupied by approximately the same number of inhabitants as today, people lived within the walled town, an area more than 5 times smaller than modern Leiden. In an area more than 5 times smaller than modern Leiden. Now basically what? In a town like Leiden in Holland, which in the 17th century was occupied by approximately the same number of inhabitants as today, people lived within the walled town, an area more than 5 times smaller than modern Leiden. Means in an area more than 5 times smaller than modern Leiden, in the most of the houses, several families live together in circumstances beyond our imagination. So what's the question? The question is, the boundaries of Leiden have changed little. They are saying changed little, and there they are saying more than 5 times smaller than modern Leiden, an area more than 5 times smaller. So more than 5 times smaller does not mean that this is a little, changed a little. That is why the answer to question number 39 is false, because that change is not little, that change is too much, big change. That is why it is false. Last question. Museums can give a false impression of how life used to be. Now, museums, and they give a false impression how life used to be. Used to be means life in the past. Okay, so we need to go on and see where do they talk about museums. Yeah, yet in museums. Alright, they are on in order, that's why. Okay, Leiden is done there, and now here. Yet in museums, fine period rooms give only an image of the lifestyle of the upper class of that era. Alright, give an image of the lifestyle of the upper class of an era. No wonder that people who stroll around exhibitions are filled with nostalgia. The evidence in museums indicates that life was so much better in the past, right? This notion is induced by the bias in its representation in museums and heritage centers. Now what's the question? The question is, museums can give a false impression of how life used to be, and they say this here clearly. Yet in museums, fine period rooms give only an image of lifestyle of the upper class of that era. No wonder that people who stroll around exhibitions are filled with nostalgia. The evidence in museums indicates that life was so much better in the past. This notion is induced by the bias in its representation in museums and heritage centers. So when they say fine period, that people, fine period rooms give an only image of lifestyle of the upper class of that era. No wonder that people who stroll around exhibition are filled with nostalgia. The evidence in museums indicates that life was so much better in the past. This notion is induced by the bias in its representation in museums and heritage centers. So this question, museums can give a false impression, that's right, of how life used to be. This is actually true. Okay, yes, if you still don't figure it out, you can read these last lines and you'll get to know about that. So guys, all the best, and I wish you actually 9 band in your IELTS reading. All the best, take care, bye bye from ASAD YAQUB. Welcome back. Well guys, how you feeling? Feeling good? True? False? Not given, but you should make up your mind. See, that's the hardest part, to decide whether it is false or not given, or sometimes true or false and all that. But anyways, through practice, you can overcome this thing, and I know some of you are going to get 9 band in academic IELTS reading or 8.5 band, and then you can share your success story with me, and I'm going to share it with others. Sharing is caring. If you like this video, you must share this video on Facebook, through WhatsApp, on your YouTube. Alright, you can share the link actually, so that others should get to know about this. And by the way, you are my students, so you are my representatives. That's why I want you to share this video. I also teach IELTS online. If you want to join my online IELTS classes, my WhatsApp number is given. You can contact me for that. ASAD YAQUB truly wishes you all the best. Take care. Allah Hafiz.